kids. But you want to know where they got their haircuts at. For what? Bruh.
Yeah, it was crazy. Watching him have to go through that. And again, he did all those things that he should have did to stay in his man frame. Meaning he didn't put his hands on her. He didn't curse her out. He didn't, make a big scene, even though, these two women were acting inappropriately towards his other child that he had in the car. You have to damn near document everything.
Yep.
It's a shame that we've come to a place in our society where that is the only protection you have is your damn cell phone.
Right.
You have to record, your interaction with certain individuals simply because you have to protect yourself because you know that this person is not stable.
Mm-hmm.
So had he not recorded that, either one of those ladies could have called the police. And of course, gotten the wrong information. Cops pull up. They already have the wrong information. Next thing you know,
mm-hmm.
guns are being drawn. He's been thrown to the ground. I mean, the situation went really left really fast. So that's something I would encourage anyone to do. When you're dealing with a male or a female who's not rational, who wants to blow things way out of proportion like that, document it for your own personal safety.
Yeah.
Because here's the thing. I was telling Soul Toucher earlier about a friend of mine who was in a situation where he was being taken to child support court. Now, my friend, I can't recall who gave him the advice, but he was smart enough that he took every receipt. If he bought his child a candy bar, if he bought his child some shoes, clothes, if he paid for daycare, whatever it was, if he gave her money, for child support, he gave it to her in the form of a damn money order. And he kept it in shoe boxes, ladies and gentlemen. Shoe boxes. So she pulled him back into court, the mother of his child. I can't remember if he had one or two kids with her, but anyway, she pulled him back in court. He presented his case to the judge, meaning all his receipts, showing what, he kept a ledger of when he picked his kids up, what time he dropped them off, what they did for that day in some cases.
Wow.
But he documented everything from A to dang Z. Presented the information to the judge. The judge said, hey, ma'am, as far as I can tell, this gentleman is doing everything he needs to do to take care of his kids. I don't think an increase in child support is necessary. So she lost her case. But again, my friend was smart enough to document everything. And again, anyone who's in a situation like that, that's what me and Soul Toucher, we're trying to give you the game here a little bit. Document every freaking thing. And I know it's a headache. I know you don't want to do it. But when you're in a situation like this, not only are you looking out for yourself, you're looking out for your child. Because if you can't even pay your own damn rent because you're paying child support, it's not going to take long before you're out on the street. If you're out on the street, how much longer do you think it's going to be before, other things occur that make you lose your job?
Mm-hmm.
There's a order and a process to everything. You just got to be smart enough and wise enough to put everything into proper perspective for your life.
Yeah. And that's the thing about, documenting everything when it comes to situations like that. I think, ego and pride plays too big of a part in a lot of these situations. For the two situations that we're talking about, with the guy who, killed his girlfriend and ex-wife, and the young lady who was giving the father of her children all this nonsense, is ego and pride plays too much of a role in that stuff right there for that side of it.
Yep.
On the other side of it, when it comes to documenting and making sure you have good records of everything that you did, and where the good stuff, this, that, and the other, that you held up your part, and that other parent is not. Put your ego aside and pride to the side. If you have to document what you are doing, document what you are doing, because what's going to happen is you're going to go to court or get pulled to court, because you might say, you know what, I'm tired of this, I'm going to go this route. Or they may say, I'm tired of you, I'm going to get you. If you have good documentation of what you did, what you paid for, what they said, what they tried to prevent you from doing, and if you have all of that and you present that in court, that person has to answer to all of what you documented. And if they don't know you documenting all of that stuff, they are going to be so caught off guard that they're not going to know what to say, and they're going to look foolish. Just like this young lady, giving this man business about his kid taking his kids to get a haircut. Play that video in court, ma'am. What was the purpose of this? What was the purpose of that? And because he took his children to get haircuts. Why did you need to know where? Oh, because no. Why did you need to know where? Now, if he told her, hey, I'm going to be late, and he can prove that he told her that, okay, he has evidence that he told you he's going to be late. Why were you making a scene? Oh, because Bob, no. If he told you he was going to be late, why did you make a scene? Now, they met in a public place. So I'm going to assume that they had to meet in a neutral location to exchange the children.
Right.
That's another problem. And then for her to be all up in his car, ma'am, why were you in the car questioning the minor? Oh, because no. Is that your child? Is that your responsibility? No, there is no but. Now, outside of that, why were you conducting yourself like this in front of your children? Oh, because no. Do you realize what you are putting those children through? Oh, but no. I need you to answer the questions here. When you document everything that you have to do, and you are on the up and up, that person does not have a leg to stand on. And this is what we need y'all to understand as men, especially as men. These situations don't have to go this far. You don't have to be stressed out. You don't have to put yourself in a situation to where, oh, they're doing this to me and they're doing that to me. Realize what you are contributing to a situation, and also know all of your legal options when it pertains to these situations.
Yeah. And again, the thing about it is, be detailed when you write things down. Yes. Write down time, write down date, write down location. Hell, if you have to, write down what you're wearing that day. I mean, the details, as crazy as it may sound, come in so handy. In my line of work, I often write shit down, simply because when you're dealing with, some of our clients, they forget shit. And then they'll swear up and down, well, I never said that, or I never agreed to that. No, you did, because I wrote it down.
They conveniently forget.
Yep. So I can't tell you how many times that has saved me, because when I go back through my notes, I'm like, oh, okay, so this is what we actually did here. It'll save you a whole lot of headache, people. Whole lot of headache.
Oh, yeah. And another thing that, when it comes to details and taking notes and documenting stuff, one thing, because of my background in the military, security, and just stuff like that, every time I go somewhere, I look for cameras.
Heck yeah.
I look for cameras. I look for where the cameras are and all that stuff. So for individuals out there who have these situations to where they're being stressed and pushed to their breaking points and this, that, and the other, and you are doing the right thing, say, hey, well, I went to such and such place and this, that, and the other, and this other person, oh, no, you didn't. No, you didn't. Hey, well, they have cameras. Go pull the footage from the camera. This is where I was with my children. You're trying to stress me out and push me over the edge and get a reaction out of me, this, that, and the other. But hey, this is what it is. And my whole point to this is this does not have to end violently.
No,
it does not have to be an ugly situation. It's so easy to get along for the sake of the children, even if you and that other person are not vibing with each other. Again, it's heartbreaking that stuff ends this way. The first video, I remember him saying, it's the holidays, I don't have no family and no this and no that. And it's like, listening to that, I cannot look at that and say he didn't have other things going on.
Right.
And he just wasn't equipped to deal with whatever things he had going on in his life, whether it was related to that or not. At the end of the day, this was a choice that was made, and lives were destroyed, lives were lost, and it was for nothing, just for nothing.
Yeah. I mean, again, when you're dealing with someone who's aggressive, you have to be smart enough to outthink the situation. I'm not saying you got to be smarter than them, but I'm saying you have to be smart enough to outthink the situation. So let's say the man is aggressive, just for the sake of argument. Meet him in front of the damn police department if you have to do a child exchange. I'm the type, I would go up in the damn police station and say, hey, can I talk to the officer in charge? I'll make them aware of what the situation is. Hey, I have a joint custody with my ex-girlfriend or this person here. We've had situations where things have gone or turned violent or turned left. And I just want it documented that, I came and talked to you to let you guys know that, anytime I pick my kids up or drop my kids off, it's going to be here in front of the police department. And they'll document. Yeah. That's part of their job, to protect and serve. So he's going to make notes. I promise you he is. And if you don't remind him, please document it. But
yes, indeed.
What I'm saying is you just got to be smart enough to, again, one, protect yourself, two, protect your child or your children. Outthink the situation. Just try to come at it from the most positive angle that you can.
True that. Yo, King and I Life podcast. Boy, so touching the quote, my brother.
Son Soul X.
And yeah, we're gonna be back. Yeah, we'll be back.
For sure.